When I heard many years ago that my brother Don was dating and eventually engaged to one of the Albright sisters, I thought about it as a sports writer who had covered the Farragut Adettes, and I wondered what it would mean in their relationship that he was marrying the playmaking Albright sister instead of one of the high-scoring Albrights. On kind of a superficial level, I wondered if she might help him in setting up his jokes, because Don can be a bit of a clown, and I suppose Pam has assisted him in humor now and then. But a real playmaker doesn't just assist others, she runs the offense. And Pam and Don have spent the last 40 years running the offense of a really amazing team that has provided more assists than you could ever tally on a score sheet or do justice to in a game story. Don and Pam married less than a year after we did, and they faced the same sorts of questions that Mimi and I did about whether they were too young to marry and whether this could really last. Well, they had a love built to last. They started out their family quite similarly to ours, 3 biological children about the same ages, though they got a couple girls in their mix. But Pam saw other children around the world in need of assistance, and as they felt God's call to adopt, Don and Pam opened their home again and again to children from Korea and Iowa and Vietnam and Alabama and Guatemala, until their happy home had 14 children of varying abilities, needs, races, and personalities. As amazing a team as you'll ever see. And the team keeps growing as Mandy, Luke, Missy, and their spouses each open their homes to similar but unique mixes of still more biological and adopted children. You can see that the impact of Don's and Pam's love for each other and for children with all kinds of needs will continue with bountiful blessings through the generations. And with their church involvement, first as lay leaders and now in the pastorate, we've seen Don's and Pam's leadership grow to an even bigger family that reaches out throughout the community of Shenandoah and beyond. In celebrating the athletic triumphs of their oldest children, through the varied contributions of their many children, in sharing the sorrow of the loss of Brandon in military service, and in leading this community in efforts to support our troops abroad, Don and Pam and their children have touched this community as few families have. Brothers like to trash talk, and I can dog Don mercilessly about his Vikings or his being so technically backward that he's not even on Facebook and hardly ever answers emails. Because of chemotherapy, I've stopped making fun of his baldness. But even a big brother has to just stand back in awe and stand up and applaud at the family that grew from Don and Pam's marriage 40 years ago. If not for the chemo, I would be there in person to applaud you, as I was back in 1975. Our father died just 4 years after the wedding, and our mother has Alzheimer's disease and sadly would not be able to remember the wedding today or to join in this celebration. But I know how deeply proud they were and are of you both and of the wonderful family you lead. Blessings on you and on the whole team on this really special day.